100 naira ko. Esambaseko.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to another exciting edition of the program Lagos This Morning. Today being the 6th of March 2023, we'll be looking at recent news updates in Lagos State and also across the Federation. I am Olajide Taufik Olamide. I am Adeni Adiola. Welcome to Lagos This Morning. All right, let's take a look at the main headlines for the day. APC Sanwo-Olu Jittery as Obi'S victory in Lagos boost Labour Party. Intrigue as Labour Party picks PDP G5 governor as Guber candidate. PDP governors leaders to protest at INEC today. On the Beavers, Saturday's governorship election might be postponed. On Supreme Court ruling, uncertainty as banks wait on CBN order. Tinubu capable, Obi not destined to be president in 2023. That is coming from the Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization, Ohanes Indigbo. On the last one, I would have been a prostitute, Omotola Jalade shares pains of losing dad at 12. Let's go into the details now.
APC Sanwo-Olu Jittery as Obi'S victory in Lagos State boost LP. The All Progressive Congress APC in Lagos State and Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu are wide awake ahead of the next round of general election. The governorship and House of Assembly polls will be held on Saturday, 2 weeks after the Presidential and National Assembly exercise. What some originally thought could be a walkover for the APC due to years of dominance may become one of their biggest battles since formation in 2013. Sanwo-Olu faces a threat of upset from a much younger Gbadebo Rhodes-Vivour, whose popularity surged after the recent impressive performance of the Labour Party. Though Bola Tinubu won the national poll on February 25, he lost Lagos State to Peter Obi, the LP standard bearer, who many insist won by a wider margin.
Well, the APC now in Lagos State, they are a little bit, when I say a little bit, they are very scared now of the Labour Party candidate, who is Gbadebo Rhodes-Vivour. And they were not like that before due to the fact that for the presidential election, they underestimated Labour Party. But after losing Lagos State to the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, there are fears out there that they might be losing again to Gbadebo Rhodes-Vivour. But I actually spoke with people out there. I spoke with people over the weekend on this governorship election, and I noticed something, that there are obedience and there are Labour Party supporters. It's two different things entirely. Okay. Obedient are those people that buy into the idea of Peter Obi. Some of them buy into the idea of Peter Obi, but not the idea of Labour Party entirely. Okay. Because now, people who are supporting Peter Obi, they are supporting him based on competence and credibility. Based on competence and credibility, and you can't just be credible without having held any office before. That means you have been probably a governor or a senator or something, whereby you have proved yourself there and you've done so many things. So over the years, we will say that, okay, Peter Obi is credible. And on the other hand, there are Labour Party supporters who, either you are credible or not, so far you are under the Labour Party, they would vote you in. And considering the speed at which Labour Party is going now, there will be some people that would actually infiltrate the party from other parties. Even some people that have their, selfish agendas, they will just go under the party, then emerge because of the influx and the pressure by which the people are pushing the Labour Party. So I was just like, okay, and I realized one thing as well, that for the presidential election, we were looking at track record, competence, credibility, and health. We saw Tinubu, Atiku, and Peter Obi. We were like, okay, three of them, do they have presidential experience? No, they don't. But Atiku is the closest due to the fact that he has once been a vice president. But regardless, three of them have served, and we have seen what they have done. Peter Obi on the other, we can't compare Peter Obi's administration with Tinubu's administration, because Tinubu had uninterrupted 8 years administration, but Peter Obi's own was interrupted. For 3 good years. There was back and forth, going to the court before he reclaimed his mandate. So on that one, and he still performed to some extent, and Tinubu as well. But looking at this governorship election here, I realized that majority of the people who wants to vote for Gbadebo revival, they are voting for him because of NSAS.
Yeah, because of NSAS, that's true.
It is because of the NSAS majorly that they are voting for him. So now, they are now deviating from the mantra of Peter Obi, which is credibility and competence. And when we talk about competence and credibility, we look at what you have done so far so good. And I realized that, okay, Gbadebo revival was not in Labour Party before.
Yeah.
He has once been in Kowa Party. Then he left Kowa Party to the PDP. Then from this PDP, he came to Labour Party. So I would even say now, I think it was supposed to be Jando's deputy governor before issues, erupted, and they actually gave the slots to Funke Akindele. So considering that, if Labour Party didn't have this kind of pool, this massive pool, would it have come to the Labour Party as well?
Nope.
And I'm looking at it, I think he has not really held any position like that. So for us to now say, okay, we are voting for this person, did Sanwo-Olu deliver as a governor? Yes, to some extent he delivered.
Yes, he delivered. He delivered. The only thing that is making Sanwo-Olu look like a bad leader is the result of the NSAS, whereby it's not like, it wasn't straightforward about what happened, like who ordered the shooting. Yeah. And saying nobody died. That was all that's a stain on his wife. So I think Nigerians they are looking for someone that will probably stand up for them whenever there is any crisis, that will not look at any leadership to give news. That will be so straightforward to say things the way they are. Yeah. Not just trying to cover up things. But because of what Sanwo-Olu said, even this lady said, she listed some things. That's Yabojo. She was like, Sanwo-Olu is a good governor, but we can't deny the fact that he denied Lagosians during the NSAS problem, whereby he said nobody died during the NSAS, which has actually, when you have been doing some good things, one bad thing can actually make everything withstand every other thing. So that thing that he has said has actually stained his white, which is the truth. Because most Nigerians are like, even he posted something, they were like, sir, we are still going to vote for GRV. Like, people are now saying, probably if he can come out, is it possible for him to come and say, and explain what happened? He can't really explain. He can't explain? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah, there's no way. But he knows the truth. He knows the truth. This is why I told some of them while I was speaking with them. I said, some people, or would I say majority of the people, are saying of this notion that Sanwo-Olu is not really in charge like that. Like he's being controlled by a particular person in the All Progressives Congress, maybe a cabal or something. And now if you say this person does not have total control over the system and is being controlled by someone, then why should we nail him for a crime that he didn't directly involve himself in? And he said something like, when they asked him who gave the order, he said it was powers beyond his direct control, which means he does not have a direct control over the entire situation. And what he had said that nobody lost their lives there. It might have been what those people behind the scene told him to say. And do you think Lagos need a governor that is taking directive from an unknown source to the public or something? Yeah, Lagos does not deserve that kind of no state deserve that kind of governor. But I've come to realize that nobody can just get into a seat of power without some particular godfathers. If you look at it like this, just look at it like this. Had it been Peter Obi as emerged as the president of Nigeria now, who would have been the godfathers? People like Olusegun Obasanjo would have been a godfather. People like Babangida would have been a godfather. People like Pa Ayo Adebanjo would have been a godfather. It might not be majorly a godfather will be telling you do this, don't do that. But they would have been a godfather to some certain extent. So I think no one can just jump into the seat of power and say nobody pushed you up. Like no public figure or no big or no kind of a person whereby
a person who can really pull the crowd and tell and influence a larger amount of people to vote for you. So I think on this one, we should put credibility first, track record first, before putting our emotions. And then if you ask many people now, even if I were in Sanwo-Olu's shoes, what would I have done? If you were in Sanwo-Olu's shoes during that protest, Sanwo-Olu actually came to the Lekki toll gate there. He was being booed by the people too. So even if we are nailing him, we still need to talk to the people as well. We need to talk to ourselves. I was there as well then. See, when he came, he was trying to speak with the people. They started playing a particular music. Be like you don't they talk too much. Fem. So he told the governor to fem and shut up. He was trying to calm the people. Okay, this is the situation. Let's all go back home. We'll ensure that we'll look into the situation. But it went beyond him. As he said, that powers beyond his direct control. So if we now say because we are still angry at Sanwo-Olu, we should throw him out.
No, it's not
for
about,
someone who has not held any position before.
No, it's actually not about throwing out. And I'm very sure most Nigerians don't want Sanwo-Olu to leave the office like that. They still want him. But what if there is I don't know if there is something like protest.
There would always be
what if there is
crisis,
protest or something like that in the country, and then people are trying to stage a protest to call for intervention of the government, and then this same thing still happens. And then the governor, which is someone, will now come out to say like it is power beyond his control or something like that.
You know, I think there's something. If this kind of thing tries to repeat itself again, they won't even allow it to repeat itself. Like people coming out to protest, not to now talk of getting to the extent of police officers shooting or soldiers coming into the picture. Because I just want to use the same logic that was being used during Peter Obi presidential election to equate this same governorship election as well. I think Labour Party in Oyo State has endorsed Makinde.
Yeah.
That's the governorship candidate. Why did they endorse governorship Makinde? From people in Oyo State that I've heard from my friends there, they said Makinde, so far he has worked and he deserves to be re-elected. So, and during the NSAS protest as well, he didn't send soldiers there to harass them, to intimidate. He was there with them. Sanwo-Olu was there during the NSAS protest. He stayed for a while, then he left again. But we'll notice that in all the states in Nigeria, it was Lagos that was so very intense when it comes to the election. So now, some people have said that Sanwo-Olu was not, he's not really totally in control of everything. So why should we now still nail him or punish him? Now, if anybody is asking who ordered the shooting, now we should have an idea of who really ordered the shooting without even saying it openly. Okay.
We have some comments here. Push Mom said, good morning to us all. Good morning, Push Mom.
Good morning.
Gary Smith said, is the president not the CNC and has the control of the military?
Exactly.
Blue Energy said, LP all the way. Obiamaka Emma said, good morning, host.
Good morning.
Blue Energy said, we don't need anything concerning APC. Bison said, let's chase the Agberos out of Lagos State. Vote LP.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Intrigue as Labour Party picks PDP G5 governor as Guba candidate. The Labour Party in Oyo State has dumped its gubernatorial candidate for the Saturday, March 11, Taofeek Akinwale for Governor Seyi Makinde. Sadiq Atayeshe, the LP chairman in Oyo, during a press conference on Sunday, March 11, disclosed that the decision to pick Makinde was made by the party's working committee. Atayeshe said the Oyo LP chose to work with Makinde, whose ideology rhymes with its own in terms of securing lives and property, infrastructural development, food security, education, and human capital development. The LP boss added that from the result of the presidential election, it is now a reality that no individual party can win the coming gubernatorial election single-handedly.
Yeah, I think I would actually, commend Labour Party here. And I think that is how democracy should be. And I would still like to link it back to Lagos State now. Now you will see that they are not really voting for Seyi Makinde because he has worked, but because he stayed with the people during NSAS protest. Yes, the lives of people are important and their safety as well. It is so very, very important. But if we now rate the NSAS protest and, delete everything that the governor has done, I think it would be as if we are voting via emotion. And once, let's say we vote for XYZ candidate and this person emerges because, I don't like the governor, he did a bad thing during the protest. And your candidate emerges, who has never been in a forefront before. To imagine a place like Lagos State now. Some people would actually infiltrate him. They will surely become his godfather automatically. Now, people who are the party holders, the movers and shakers of the party, would become a godfather as well. Nobody would single-handedly just stay there and say you don't have any godfather. And on the Labour Party endorsing Makinde as well. Yeah. It's a good one. Makinde has done well to a certain extent, because some people will say tell you that he didn't do well. But a larger amount of people in Oyo State have said that Makinde deserves a second term. He deserves the second term. So I think he actually deserves the second term. And looking at it, he didn't really openly endorse anybody for the presidential election. He just said for the presidential election, people should support the unity of Nigeria. Finish. So it was an open one, and people choose where they want to go to. And he didn't really, I think in Oyo State there was no, as in the record of violence there during the election, it was low. I didn't really see pictures from Oyo State or videos. I was only seeing from Lagos State here, Rivers State, in the southeast, Middle Belt as well. But Oyo State, I think it was just a throw in the park or something. We have a particular video where the APC were actually begging people to vote for them. What was his name? Sanwo-Olu. He was begging the people to vote for them. So what can you say about that? To vote for Sanwo-Olu.
Was begging.
Yeah, he was praying for the people, like what Sanwo-Olu have started, that they should allow him to finish it and the likes. He was actually begging and praying for the people. Do you think this is the right time to do that?
We even have some comments here. Bison said, personally, I like Sanwo-Olu, but hate the thugs like MC Oluero and his gangs. That's the comment. I'm not the one.
Yeah. Someone actually said that. It's actually
a comment. He said, I like Sanwo-Olu, but hate the thugs like MC Oluero and his gangs.
You're playing it. They are hearing it.
Ẹ̀foríjì wa ṣóyè yìí sí ẹjọ́ tó rọ lọ́hùn ẹ jẹ́ ká jáde lọ́ndì lẹ́gùn ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbé ọwọ́ wa yìí ká lọ fi tẹ̀ fún ìgbàlẹ̀ APC kó lè rámpọ̀ kí dùnú lè dé bá gbogbo wa please ẹjọ́ tó rọ lọ́hùn gbogbo yín ọlọ́run ọ̀bẹ Elédùmarè aṣọre ìyanu fún yín ọlọ́run ò ní fìyà jẹ yín kò ní fòṣìta yín kò ní fara ní àgbọ́kọ̀lé yín kò ní já sófo gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ bá dáwọ́lé ó máa yọrí sí rere ọlọ́run ò ní fara ní yín ọ̀n ní gbé yín dìgbàdìgbà káàkiri ọ̀n ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí Facebook ọ̀n ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí Instagram ọ̀n ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí Twitter ọ̀n ní tọrọ owó fún yín lórí WhatsApp lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ́nṣẹ́ àlá gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yín ò ní dìtàkudà lójú ẹ̀mí yín àpadà sí burúkú kéré tóbi kò ní jẹ́ téèyàn kankan nu yín arúgbó inú ilé yín á dàgbà á dógbò lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ́hùn kó tó fọ́ọ́rọ́ rọrí kú lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ iṣẹ́ àlá ọlọ́run òbí Elédùmarè kò ní pa àwọn ọmọ yín rẹ́ sọ́nà bí èéfín lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ bó ti ẹ̀yin táwọn alábọ̀d gbogbo yín pátá ẹjọ́ ń torọ́ lọ ọlọ́run ò ní fi ná ọmọ kò ní fi jó gbogbo yín ẹjọ́ ń torọ́ lọ ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ lọ́ọ̀dì lẹ́gùn ká lọ ṣe kíni ká lọ dìbò fún gọ́vnọ̀ Sanwo-Olu ní Lagos State gbogbo àwa tá ń gbé Lagos State ìwọ tó ń gbé Abẹ́òkúta gọ́vnọ̀ Dàpọ̀ ìwọ tó ń gbé Ìbàdàn gọ́vnọ̀ Tẹ̀sí ẹ ti understand ṣe ẹjọ́ tó rọ lọ ọlọ́run ọ̀bẹ Elédùmarè àdúró sí ọlọ́run ò ní fara ní lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ àpadà sí burúkú kò ní dé báyìí lágbọ́rọ̀ lọ ṣí àlà bismillahir rahmanir rahim alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim maliki yawmiddin iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in siratal mustaqim sirata lezina alamta alayhim galibi mongulubi alayhim modololina amen. Thank you very much. God bless you all. God bless you Nigeria. Ẹ kú oríire tuntun ọlọ́run adúró tí wà ire ayọ̀ la máa gbọ́ ẹ ṣé bye. Thank you.
All right, so we've seen the video where MC Oluomo was pleading with the masses to vote for his candidate. Well, don't you think it is too late now when the head is cut off? Well, late is better than never. That's what they say. Well, I think for the presidential election, they should have come out to, campaign and do the needful. But now they were relying on the victory of their principal, that's Tinubu, which was floored in Lagos State.
Which is the truth. So, well, if people will vote for him, I believe Sanwo-Olu will
Some
still
people
enter.
will vote for him.
So he's still going to be the governor of Lagos State.
Well, we
Is
don't
the
know.
truth.
Don't know.
Okay, let's
Come
watch and see.
March 11 by Saturday, Sunday,
Okay.
we should have known.
We have some comments here. Push Mom said, can you guys tell me the amount Lagos State generates in a month? Does the revenue worth the works in Lagos State? Is Godfather more than any individual in Nigeria? Anyone who votes APC in Lagos State is a killer. Obi'S Emma said, my dear, Lagos needs to be teach lessons.
Wow.
Lagos needs to be on platform of LP so that Godfather will leave the control.
Yeah. Well, Godfatherism has really eaten deep into the system. Yeah. You can't dispute that fact. It has really eaten deep. Because there's something about Godfatherism. When you don't have a Godfather, you'll be able to work at your full maximum. You'll be able to, explore your potentials fully. But when you have a particular Godfather, there will be a certain amount or a certain percentage you would be paying to them, or to your particular Godfather, or to all the Godfathers you have, or those people who helped you to ascend the position of power in Nigeria. But exactly something like that, so that you would emerge as the governor again, or the governorship candidate for the next 10 years or something. But when you don't have, you feel free. You don't feel indebted in anybody. You will just work as if, okay, let me just do this work diligently. But even if you decide to do it diligently and there are Godfathers behind you and you are not working according to their own plan, you will be thrown out. You're gone straight away.
Okay,
so
next
it's left
one.
for Lagosians to decide if they still want Sanwo-Olu or
exactly.
they want GRV.
PDP governors leaders to protest at INEC today. The national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Iyochia Ayu, will on Monday today lead some governors elected on the platform of the party on the protest march to the INEC headquarters, Abuja, over the outcome of the February 25 presidential election. The development has, however, sparked apprehension in the Federal Capital Territory as residents fear that the march may result in violence following the anger over the conduct and outcome of the polls. Governors Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, Udom Emmanuel Akwa Ibom State, Aminu Tambuwal Sokoto State, Godwin Obaseki Edo State, Bala Muhammad Bauchi State, Darius Echaku Taraba State, and Ademola Adeleke of Osun State are expected to participate in the march, scheduled to take off by 10 a.m. from the PDP headquarters, Legacy House, Maitama, Abuja.
Well, President Muhammadu Buhari has said that anyone who is not in support of...
should go to court.
Exactly, should go to court and not the street. And I think it would be wrong, it would be a bad statement if these governors and PDP leaders actually, protest. It would send a wrong signal out there.
To the citizens.
And the masses would feel like, if these people can protest, then we can do so as well. So I think they should not be allowed to protest. It's even wrong for them to protest, because we are not leading by example that way. You can't be telling the masses not to protest the election result. Then you are out there, you want to do the same thing. It is just a wrong move. Okay. It's a wrong move by them.
We have another comment here. Push Mom said, can you work freely in some places? Do the overtax worth it? Is there freedom of speech in Lagos State? Who are the owners of Lagos? Godfather, thugs, killers, etc. We Nigerians. Obi'S Emma said, APC refused to be on debate, so why should we give him votes? Is that we stop those who refused debates?
Yeah. That's one thing I would always use. It's not as if I will use it, but it is a fault to Sanwo-Olu's part as well. There was a particular debate in Lagos whereby there's a particular town hall meeting that he was told to come. He came, but he later pulled out. He later pulled out, and they said it was due to a particular incident. But there is no way. You really need to be there and make up for your loss. And it's even a kind of medium for him to even tell us what he has done and other plans that he had. Even if I know in particular that they would ask him who ordered the Lekki shooting. And if he is a very smart politician, he would be able to give them the answer. Not a direct one, but you would paint the answer for them. You would paint the scenario for them. Then everybody would pick their answers.
Okay, Ademola Atonda said, God will punish INEC. It's too early, please. John Aregbesola said it is right to protest, but not in this moment. I don't think.
Not at this moment. Not at this moment, because everywhere is just tense like this.
Everyone is tensed up already. So imagine those governors going out to protest.
The people that are supposed to be telling their people to calm down. They now want to lead the protest. If they actually protest successfully, it might lead to other people coming out to do the same thing. Even in that area, and they would bank on the protest of these people. Like, they have gone out to protest. Why can't we protest? Are they more Nigerian than us? So it's just a wrong move.
Okay, on the next one, Beavers, Saturday's governor polls might be postponed. Saturday's governorship and state assembly elections across the country could be postponed, except the appellate court reverses itself on the relief it granted the presidential candidate of the PDP, Atiku Abubakar, and his Labour Party LP counterpart, Peter Obi. The court had last week stopped the INEC from tampering with the bimodal voter accreditation system Beavers deployed in last Saturday's presidential and the National Assembly elections. However, INEC is expected to deploy the same Beavers for the subnational elections, meaning that the commission will have to reconfigure them and make them fit for purpose. Flip TV checks revealed that it takes an average of 5 days to configure the Beavers, meaning that the commission has to begin the process of reconfiguration latest by Tuesday.
Yeah, if the configuration process doesn't begin by Tuesday latest, by tomorrow latest, then the election might be postponed. It might be postponed because now we have over 170 polling units, over 170,000 polling units, which means you're having over 170,000 Beavers, and it is not as if it is the same place. The Beavers is polling unit specific, which means it would be reconfigured separately. They would have to reconfigure it one by one, and they said it would take a minimum of 5 days to reconfigure. And the INEC last week restricted. The court restricted INEC from tampering with the Beavers. Yeah. So Atiku and Peter Obi, Labour Party and PDP would have access to the Beavers and the IREV as well to fact check if the result is actually what is being announced by INEC.
Okay.
So now they are still, I don't know if right now they are still on the Beavers, checking it as well. But if by today and tomorrow they are still on it and the court has not given the sole responsibility of the Beavers and INEC Beavers and IREV back to INEC, then it will take longer than Saturday to reconfigure all those machines, and that might be a particular loophole for INEC to take advantage of and shift the election date. So I think by now they should be done with it, but if they are not done with it, then something else might
We have
go
some
wrong.
comments here. Ademola Atonda said, can you imagine the statement the selected president is saying, I know you did not vote for me. Dave Ade said, protesting is a civil right as long as it is peaceful. The security personnel should be present to avert any form of hijacking that may lead to societal unrest. Bushmom said, anyone who votes APC mainly as a president, governor in Lagos State, Kaduna, may the blood of our brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, and children be on them. Ademola Atonda said, this Saturday election, no Beavers, no votes. John Aregbesola said, it is we that do not believe in the judiciary to do justice. Yeah,
exactly. I think Pushmom has really come to the program today with a rocket-propelled grenade. Yeah, it's really firing on all cylinders. But looking at it, is everything happening now in Nigeria is enough for an average Nigerian to get angry.
Yeah.
Because now there is no trust in the electoral process entirely anymore. And then PDP and Labour Party have dragged the INEC to the court that they must upload the result of the governorship election in real time. What if INEC on Saturday comes up with another excuse that the server was down or the network is bad?
And there is no fair.
Or they forgot the ink.
Because they're always coming up with some unreasonable things like that could have been in place. Like they could have put everything in place. Like if you are preparing for exam, you will be reading. You will have your writing materials, all checks, like everything is intact.
Yeah.
Not on the examination that you will not be running elter scatter. Like, where's my Bible? Where's my Korean? Where's my this? No, it's not possible. Why is INEC behaving like this?
Examination date
they are behaving like Man U.
Don't let us go to Man U case because that one is even worse than INEC now. I think I didn't mean INEC officiated the game. INEC would have announced the score as 10-7. They now say if you don't like the score, you can go to court. But that aside, I think the INEC has not really gone along with their promise. They didn't uphold their promise with Nigerians, and it has made some people really lose hope in INEC as well. Some people will not even be coming out to vote for during this governorship election because they have seen this thing as a waste of time. From them, they said it's just like a waste of time. We came out to vote, but they still declared who they wanted to declare. And then for this governorship election as well.
What we got.
Exactly, what we ordered versus what we got. And considering this governorship election, some people are saying that it will still be the same thing. But by the time you come for the election, there would be delay tactics, whereby they forget. In Surulere here, we saw a situation whereby those people forgot ink. They didn't have ink. Even in Rivers there, they said they didn't give them the login to the IRF to upload results. So there are series of things there. Decline. So there are a series of stuff whereby INEC it's just something else. It's something else. But I think and I think it's not even about INEC promising to do well during this governorship election. I think there should be a court order. But even the courts now are going to say the court has said that we should go back to spending the 1,000 naira and 500 naira notes. But up to this moment, the CPN has not said anything.
There is no money. There is not even money. There is no way you can get money.
So it's just as if they don't even obey court order anymore. So it's just something else. People should just try and come out. Just come out and vote. That's just it.
Okay, Obi'S said, my dear, INEC is not qualified. We know. We actually know. It's even like open to the blind. Nwa said, you guys should not say that protest is a wrong move. What is going on deserves to protest. If governors protest, security agency may not have the balls to shoot them.
They won't even.
Obi'S said, when can we get a good INEC chairman without even being controlled by politicians, please? I don't know.
I don't think we can.
Pushmam said, what are the PDP governors protesting? Apart from Yaradua, can they tell me what their government did well? Well, APC are the same.
You can
the
see
same way APC came to power, so let them fight themselves. Ofili Moye said, one thing I know for sure, INEC can never host World Cup.
See, they will go and collect the trophy inside the court. INEC will be like, no. The score is, even this yesterday game, where Liverpool defeated Man United 7-0, that I'm even yet to be able to accept that result, because I was watching the match, but it was just beyond reasoning. How can you beat a whole Man United 7-0? INEC would have announced 8-7. Man United won the match, 8 goals to 7. If you don't like the result, you can go to court.
Okay. Obi'S said, Man U try after trophy is not easy to win that game. I know that we will lose. It can happen to anything.
But 7-0.
They shall beat Man U.
No, 7-0. Nobody can beat my team like that.
How many days are in a week, Man U? They shall still beat.
So now we have less than Man United days to the governorship election. Wow.
Okay. Oh my God. Ademola said it is better for the INEC chairman to keep his agbada somewhere and put on track on for the Saturday elections. Ademola said so that he can feel comfortably. Obi'S said, who court help Yobe judgment? I don't understand.
Yeah, I think actually the court is saying that they should revert back to using the 1,000 naira and the old notes in general. But now the CBN, the banks are actually waiting for the CBN's order. And the CBN will take orders from President Muhammadu Buhari. So who is holding Nigeria hostage in that way?
Buhari.
You said that.
No.
You said it.
I did not say it. Before they come and DSS to arrest mode. Okay, the next one. Supreme Court ruling uncertainty as banks wait on CBN. Stakeholders in the financial sector and banks are divided over reinsurance of the old Naira notes following the Supreme Court judgment extending their legal tender status till December 31st, 2023. While banks said they can't commence reinsurance of the old notes until they are directed to do so by the CBN, stakeholders, including bank customers, financial analysts, and business owners, have called for immediate reinsurance of the old Naira notes in compliance with the Supreme Court. Some banks officials who spoke to Flip TV said the banks would comply once they get a directive from CBN. One of the officials working with Access Bank, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said the banks would obey what CBN says, not the Supreme Court.
Well, now this is why he said. Now we can't even trust the courts to even give judgments now. Our people in the executive chamber, they would not even, obey the court order. But I think to some extent, some people have said, some financial experts have said that the Supreme Court is not in the jurisdiction of CBN. They are not in monetary dealings. It is the CBN that gives orders to the banks, and the CBN listens to the federal government. That the Supreme Court is just on its own on this issue. But President Muhammadu Buhari needs to give this order to CBN, whereby the CBN would order the banks to reissue old notes out there. Because right now, there are not even old notes. Even the new notes, you can't even find it anywhere. And there are still high amount for high charges on our POS guys there. Even if you want to withdraw, let's say 100,000 naira now, they can say you would pay 25,000 naira on the 100K.
I'll beat the POS.
If you beat the POS guy, how would you now get the money?
I don't care. I'll beat you.
No, it's just so disturbing.
I'm just kidding.
It's just disturbing.
Okay, we have some comments here. Ademola Atunda said, there is no vote in Nigeria. We have selection only. But this time around, our eyes are open. Ebuka Johnson, Nigerians elect, INEC selects. Voila. Push Mom said, let the votes out in PDP. Let's vote out PDP in Rivers, Abia, Enugu, Ekiti states as well. No one should vote any of them. For INEC, may the suffering of the... Push Mom!
May the suffering of what?
May the suffering of the well-meaning Nigerians on the 25th February be with them, even the core members. Wait, calm down.
I said it.
Calm down.
I said it.
Waiting for core members.
He came into this. See, he came into the program with an M16 rifle.
Wow.
He's blazing on all cylinders. He will surely be an Arsenal fan. He has his cannons pumped and charged very well. So he's shooting the INEC.
The core members I don't know.
The core members, I said, I always say this thing before the presidential election on this show that if, these politicians that we have in Nigeria, if they can't buy you over, they would intimidate you. It's either of the two. It's either they buy you over with money, huge amount of money, or they will threaten you. And we saw it there in Rivers. We saw a particular video where I think the PO or something, I think the first guy who was being attacked by those thugs, I don't think it was a core member. But the rest of the core members were lying down on the ground. They were even begging the person. It was on video. I heard that the first guy that they injured later lost his life due to loss of blood or something. But we realized that all over the state, there were places whereby it was peaceful and calm. But in some places as well, they would induce these core members. And there's no way they can outrightly say they don't want this money. Because let's imagine now, you are serving in a particular state. Let's say you are serving in Rivers State now. You are there with the people. They know you very well. And they try to induce you. And you reject the money, like, okay, I'm a peaceful Nigerian, a patriotic Nigerian, you will not buy votes and you will not do anything there. The election will finish. Then you go back to your PPA. With these people who have threatened you, how would you now survive? How would you survive in that particular PPA? Because they will keep on threatening you.
See, we have some comments. Let me read the comments. Charles Zuru said, and he went behind to pay the families that lost their loved one 300 million naira. I think that's Sanwo-Olu. The answers. Dave Ade said, many court orders in this country were not obeyed. In the case of Nnamdi Kanu, the executive firm. Exactly. I said it. The executive arm did not obey the courts and so many of the likes. No, it's a call. Yeah. K Fox said, please, jokes apart, let anyone who has a dog or dogs come along with them for this gubernatorial election. Let us see how far all the threats LP voters would go. May our dogs protect us. Amen.
Yeah, I think that's a call on the program. It's a call.
It's a call. It's your own call.
Yeah, it's a call on the program. Call. Yeah, the person is trying to call in. Yeah. I think we'll just give a call back to the person. Yeah, you can pick it now. I think we have a call on the program. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Your name and where you're calling from, sir?
Additional Gani from Ibadan.
All right, thank you for joining us on the program. You can give us your contribution, sir.
My perception about the topic of discourse this morning.
Okay.
The Nigerian electorates are now more civilized we now vote for individual as against the old norms of voting for political parties. We now have a paradigm shift on our perception on who to vote for. Look at Lagos State in the previous election, the presidential election. Now, people would have thought that APC would win Lagos State, but to a very great surprise, Labour Party won the election in that state. But regarding this gubernatorial, it will be different. UVR is going nowhere in Lagos State, sincerely. Sanwo-Olu has performed excellently well in terms of development, sincerely. So I think it deserves the second term. People should not be biased or bring any other sentiment against that man. Do you understand? Yeah. Sanwo-Olu is Sanwo-Olu. Sanwo-Olu is not APC. Sanwo-Olu. So any other prejudice should not be brought to his desk by perception anyway. Okay. And I know he would do well in that election. I know this.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on the program. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Do have a great day.
And you too.
Yeah. All right. So you can still be part of this program by dropping your comment, and also you can call in. The call lines are on the comment section. You can call in as well. So the caller, additional Gani from Ibadan, Nigeria, has said that Sanwo-Olu deserves another chance, that there shouldn't be a sentiment, that people should look beyond the sentiment that as Sanwo-Olu worked, yes, he has worked in Lagos State. And he said that Sanwo-Olu is different from APC, that Sanwo-Olu as a person, then APC, we can do away with political sentiment and the likes, that Sanwo-Olu has really performed and he deserves a second term. What do you think about that? You can drop your comment and you can still call in as well. Okay,
on the next one, Tinubu capable, Obi not destined to be president in 2023, or INEC. The Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization, or INEC Indigo, General Assembly worldwide, has said the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, is not destined to win the February 25 presidential election. In a congratulatory statement to the President-elect, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of the All Progressive Congress yesterday, the Director General Implementation and Strategic Planning, or INEC Indigo General Assembly Worldwide, Ambassador Tony said Obi can fulfill his presidential ambition later but not in 2023. Tinubu is capable, and we have no doubt in his capacity to ensure the continuity of the achievements of President Muhammadu Buhari, which are apparent, indisputably correct, and will continue to stand as good legacies for generations of leaders to come. However, God has not destined it to happen in 2023. It may happen later. God spares the life of everyone. I thought they were the ones saying they are supporting Peter Obi.
Yeah, they said.
So why are they not saying something else again now?
Well,
they said they will go to court. Now they are saying I don't understand.
Well, there is this thing with destiny. If you are destined to get to a certain place, either by one way or the other, by chance, by luck, by hook or by crook, you will get there. That's what I believe personally when it comes to destiny. But one is will come now to say that Tinubu is credible, like he has won, he's the president now, and Peter Obi can come back, maybe in the next elections. I think, in my own personal view, I think it is not necessary for them to come out and say that.
Exactly.
You can have that in the back of their mind, but because they have said that, okay, we would ensure that Labour Party, will ensure that INEC does the right thing, like let them bring out all the old results. And if you are saying that they would ensure that, okay, Peter Obi emerges, that might be that even beyond human reasoning or something, beyond reasonable doubt. But now they should just hold the INEC responsible. INEC, bring out this result. If Peter Obi now emerges, then it is fine. And if it's article that emerged, let us know. And if it is still Tinubu that has emerged in a legal way, then announce him officially as the winner. And Nigerians would accept it. So I think they're now coming out to say that, okay, the destiny, like it is not Peter Obi's destiny to win this 2023 election, I think people out there would perceive it as if they have collected money. Or like they have been induced by some certain people or someone entirely. So I think it's not necessary for them to come out and say that.
We have some comment. Pushmam said, please, anyone remembering us about that so-called INEC chairman? I won't say anything, but if he thinks that in stupidity it discouraged me as a person, it should have a rethink. I will be there before 4 a.m. for the core members. Are they alive in Nigeria? Can you ask your can you ask your caller, did his Lagos State governor work more than Wike? May NSAS happen to anyone supporting Lagos governor?
Yeah, way.
Obi'Amaka said, the call, is it WhatsApp or direct? Direct.
It's direct. It's direct.
Obi'Amaka said, caller, that is their opinion. Lagos must change and look at NSAS. Thus must be pushed out of Lagos State. Don Raphael said, the youth should vote Labour Party in this gubernatorial election in Lagos State and get their freedom. We knew Sanwo-Olu has done well, but we don't need APC again in Lagos State because of godfatherism. And the caller, what do you mean? How can you tell the voters whom to vote and police are not doing anything? Wow, I fear this caller.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Is that the last?
Okay. Don Raphael said all the youth should come out and vote Labour Party. The youth is the owner of the power. See how they are afraid of the youth. Please don't say you have lost hope. It has to stick to their mind that. Okay. Gladys Oyabo, you're welcome to the show, man. We've been expecting you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good morning to you all watching from ATL USA. Careful, Nwoko said he is in Ibadan, living the life and sufferings of Lagosians from Agueros. Shaking my head.
Yeah. I think people who are in Lagos as well and who are watching us can really, I think they are the best ones to really drop their comment because they are the ones living here, witnessing things that are going on in Lagos, maybe, you know, the development and also the ones on the other hand as well. So you can still keep on dropping your comment and you can call in. It's a direct call.
Charles Duru said, hello.
Charles Duru, you're welcome.
Okay, on the next one, I would have been a prostitute. Omotola Jalade shares pain of losing dad at 12. As Nollywood actress and singer Omotola Jalade Ekende has sparked reaction with some personal revelations about her childhood that she made during an interview with Chud Jide Imwo. During the interview, Omotola revealed that her father died when she was 12. She also shared that she was in boarding school in Kaduna State when the sad event happened. Omotola also noted that, Omotola also noted that the death almost derailed her life. She revealed how she had to learn how to be emotionless and has never cried for anything again in her life since after her dad died.
Yeah. I think I like that part. That part of being emotionless.
Yeah.
You know,
people will not be like, there was actually a time someone was like, it's not about being wicked. I'm not wicked. It's like, hey, this person just died. I was like, oh, okay, may so rest in peace. That was what I said. Like, you're not even like, I was like, see, I don't know how to react again. Ever since I've lost someone that I love so much, I don't know how else to react. Like,
who is the someone that you love so much?
My
Your
dad.
boyfriend? Okay, sorry. It's your dad. Okay.
like, I don't know. I was like, okay, Abi, I don't know. I kind of become so like, anything can happen in this life. Anything can happen. I wasn't expecting his death, obviously, but then when that happened, I was like, oh, obviously.
Then anybody can die.
Anybody can die anytime. Anything can happen anytime. Even aside from death, anything can happen. And if that should happen, that doesn't mean you should not like stay down.
Life will just move on.
Of course, life moves on.
Well, I think on that one too, I think generally in life, everyone should just learn to be emotionless. Because life, to some extent, is how you react to events that come up in your life. Not really the event, but your reaction to the event. Okay, let's say something happens now, then you just, hide in your room, start crying, and you're feeling emotional. No,
it's actually good to cry. It's actually good to cry. It's good to let it out. But when you're done crying, like, wash your face.
Then move on.
Put on a very nice cream or powder and then go out.
Just move on.
Just move on and go on with your daily activities. Don't let anyone know what you're going through or anything. Once you're like, be in your room, cry as much as cry as much as you want. Let it out, because it's not good like to keep things in. Okay. It's not good as well for your health. So let it out, cry. Let the tears flow. So when you are done crying, because if you are done, nobody will still console you, which is the truth.
No.
Just cry and console yourself.
But I think anyone who has lost either a mother or father or something, we tend to become emotionless.
Yes.
When we even hear about some other person's death. But depending on the other person's death, because when I actually lost my mom in 2020, I was just it came like it was something I've never imagined. I was always like, I didn't even used to think about it. I was just like, hey, you know, this woman will still be alive till like 80 years, 90 years, 100, 110. But it happened in 2020, and they told me, I was just, when I got the call, I was, first of all, it was not as if I was shocked, but I couldn't even react. I couldn't even press red. I couldn't even cut the call. I was just holding the phone, and I didn't see anything until the person really just cut the call. So actually, you know, I cried, you know, emotions left. But there was actually another man that died in 2022, 2 years after. The man was this very close man to me. He was not my family member, but I really owe this man in high esteem. His death really, it took me by surprise. Yeah. He was not sick. Nothing happened to him. It just happened all of a sudden, Piam, and this man died. Since that time that I've lost those two people, even if you tell me that someone dies now, I just feel like, he's gone. That one, I just feel like, how many people will tell me that I'm so very strict or harsh or something?
It's not about being harsh.
But when you've lost some critical people in your life, you just tend to become emotionless to other ones. And I also think she's saying that she might have turned out to be a prostitute and the likes.
Probably challenges and everything.
Challenges,
like
yeah.
As a lady.
Yeah, so most ladies out there now that have become, you know, prostitute and like, I always say this thing. See, God has given you this life. Anything you do with your life is on you.
It's your choice.
It's your choice.
It's your choice.
You can't say, okay, because I lost my dad because I'm an orphan.
And there's nobody to help me. I have to go into the street to go and be doing this. You can sell pure water.
Of course.
There are so many things you can do. You can be a cleaner.
Even aside pure water, you can fend for yourself.
You can fend for yourself generally without doing some things that are uncalled for, which is the truth. Yeah. Many times we use that excuse of, oh, I lost my dad, that's why I'm into prostitution, or that's why I'm into this. No, you don't have to use like because you lost your dad. Okay, let's say your dad is like were to be alive and it's not like he doesn't have money to take care of you. Would you have gone into prostitution?
That person will still do it.
The person will still do it.
He will still end up doing it. So I think majority of people out there that are into, you know, this kind of, you know, jobs that are not too palatable, that can't even come out and boldly say it. They are just using that means as an excuse that, okay, I didn't have the support from the people around me and the likes. So it's just a flimsy excuse. Okay. So everyone should just, you know, take your life by the scruff of the neck.
Exactly.
Many of us, you know, have lost either a mother or a father or even both. And some of us, though, have even orphans. We have orphans out there. I met a girl in camp last year in the Bubra camp. This girl said she does not even know her mother and father. Okay. And she's living fine. She's living fine. I think she even owns a fashion establishment or something. So I was just like, wow. And if you see this girl, if you see her, you know, natural figure and everything, you would even think that she's even into something else. But she was just into fashion, you know, selling hairs and the likes, making hair for people, doing different things at the same time. But some people that even have mother and fathers at home, they will still be going astray. So it's just people's choice. Okay,
we have another comment here. Planet Earth Entertainment said the second term of governors is the best time for them to embezzle. Let's dig them out during the first tenure.
Yeah.
Bush mom said if any of his relatives are among the persons killed in NSAS, will he have the guts to make that call? Talk more about talking. For the kings of Igbos, may our suffering killings in Nigeria. Gladys Oyabo said, well done guys, keep up the good work. Thanks so much for keeping us updated on happening in our motherland.
Thank you.
Ophelia said, Ohanese's comment is motivated by cash, not by mind. Godfatherism no go work for Lagos again. Obi'S said, please, nothing is happening in Lagos State. Please, let's change party. Former Lagos State governor was doing it, but what happened from Godfather? Planet said, nobody can coach Madrid, Barca, Man U, PSG or even Bayern without winning a trophy. Lagos is like that too. Anybody will rule Lagos State and perform well and better without the godfatherism. They've added said, to the caller, it should be reminded that the party factor has its own effect on the style of governance. Yeah. As in the case of Ambode, it was obvious. Obi'S said, wow, this is a like cry. I don't know. Have you seen me cry?
She likes crying a lot.
Have you seen me cry before?
Everybody's, the whole world saw you crying now in the,
Where?
don't let me cast you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
You can
Gladys Oyabo said, it is not easy at all. I am here to get over the death of my gorgeous mother in 2021 as well.
Even me to my mom in 2020, yeah, I miss her.
Obi'S said,
But I'll not cry.
I never believe I can cry until I lost my mother. Oh God, I nearly gave up on myself.
Shit.
Dave Ade said, I really can't get emotional at the news of a natural death of an individual, but I do when it is as a result of the failure on the part of leaders to care less to their citizens. Stephen Okon said, Ohaneze has been bought. Such statement at this time is not anything different from the bribery that took place between APC and INEC. It is certain Tinubu's dollar is at work. Push Mom said, visit any of them supporting Mr. Tinubu and may their children behave and be like Tinubu.
Oh my God. Push Mom.
I don't understand. Is something wrong?
I think I will start believing that Push Mom is now a military man.
He said, well, after they finish talking, they should come and force us to support their selfishness interest.
Oh God. Yeah, you can click on the like button. You can click on the like button, smash the like button. Let's keep having your comment as well. You can still call in. You can call in, and then let's have your contributions. Let's have your contributions. So we've talked about so many things about APC and the GRV saga in Lagos State. Who is going to emerge as the next governor of Lagos State? Do you see Labour Party still doing the same thing that they did during the presidential election over APC? Because there are reports out there that on the IREV, it is there that the Labour Party won in 19 states. And even in Lagos State, the APC had less than 200,000 votes. And the Labour Party had over 800,000 votes. Do you see the same thing repeating itself, or some people who voted for Labour Party then would now go back and vote for Sanwo-Olu?
I don't know. I can't predict. I wouldn't know. But I think people are going to they're probably going to vote for Sanwo-Olu. That's my own take. Sanwo-Olu is going to come in for the second time.
Wow. How so sure are you?
No, it's not about he has the support already, I feel. But people are more alert now. Yes, they are more they are on this I don't know how to put it. They are going to be ready for anything. If anyone is going to try anything stupid, be ready to go for it. That's just it.
Well, there are reports here. I'm looking at Twitter for a news update. There are reports that Labour Party won 19 states and the Federal Capital Territory, and PDP won 8 states, APC won 7 states, NNPP 2 states. According to the reports we are having right here, that the IREV result has been, as it is now out, has been acclaimed by some people here and also the Labour Party as well. So by that, I think the INEC should just do the needful.
Yeah.
INEC should do the needful and be able to take care of the situation, because now this case is in court, and with what we are seeing so far, the court is not really doing well for the average person. Even not for the average person, they are not really obeying the court orders. Even the court says that, okay, Peter Obi is the winner of the presidential election today. Would the presidency obey the court?
They will not obey the court.
Would they?
They will.
They've not been obeying the court.
The
court said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be freed.
This
they
one
said
is
no.
different from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
The court said let the 1,500 naira and all still be in existence. They said no.
The court will.
Well, let's see what would happen by by March 11 for the governorship election. So I would advise that anyone should not be defeated or intimidated. There would be delay tactics. There won't be intimidation on that day, but do not be intimidated. Come out en masse. When people are out there en masse, I think it will be very hard to rig the election. And there is also plans by electorate to come to the polling unit with their dogs. I don't know if it would be allowed.
Some people are actually scared of dogs. Yeah.
Some people are scared of dogs.
White dogs.
Which white dogs? That's when dogs come in, they will just take away the white dog. I think some people are scared of dogs, one.
Yeah.
But what I would just advise is that if you don't have your PVCs, and if you can't vote, like you don't have your PVC, you can come with your dog and protect those people that have their PVCs. But if you have your PVC with you and you want to vote and you are holding a dog, some people are scared of dogs. Yeah, so it can just be a division of labor, just like it was during the NSAS protest, whereby Muslims protected Christians on Sunday and Christians did same back for the Muslims on Friday prayers. So I think that should be a very good strategy.
We have some comments. Chinsutu said, APC go win. Okay. Gordon said, I like you guys so much. Please, I would like to be speaking with you guys one-on-one every time. I am your other brother from Australia.
My other brother, I would love to be listening to you every day as well. You can call in. I think we have the number there, but the program is almost rounding up. So that would,
Twitter
you can still call in. You can still call in.
Abby. You guys, Push Mom said you guys have come to reality by saying that we do things from our mind. So the core members have nothing. I am not a military person, but we die once, even then. Gladys said, God Almighty is watching over us all. Yes, INEC needs to do the needful. Let us go out there to vote right. Ebuka said, people should forget about our issues because the current movement is all about any Nigerian's future well-being. Nigerians are the majority and has the power to choose who we serve. Phyllis sent us a token. Thank you so much for always sending us something. We really appreciate. Planet said, I am a Yoruba from Lagos State and I know I have brothers who are thugs, bigots, politicians and the rest. Trust me, I know them better and how they are proud after getting what they get.
Yeah, and who was the person who said would like to talk to us one-on-one?
He said they would like to talk to us one-on-one every time.
Every time. All right, you can follow me. You can message me on Twitter at Olajimide on Twitter and on Instagram as well, Olajimide. On Facebook, Olajide Olamide as well. On
Instagram, Denny Diola. I don't have stress.
All right, thank you all for always joining us. Push Mom, Maximum Salama. Miss Gladys Oyabo,
and everybody
everybody, and the caller as well. Thank you so much. Thank you for always joining us on the program. You're the reason why we are here. Without you guys, we are nowhere. We are nothing. We are just like a pencil in the hand of the artist. So thank you all for always joining us. You can do well to keep on liking this program. You can share it to your friends as well. You can invite as many people as possible to always join us on the program, and they can still call in to make their own personal contributions. By tomorrow, our WhatsApp line will be open and you'll be able to call via WhatsApp as well. You can also join Christian Chuku on the next program now as we round up. Till we come your way again tomorrow for another exciting edition of the program Lagos This Morning. I remain your humble host, Olajide Taufik Olamide.
And I remain Adeni Adiola. Thanks for watching Lagos This Morning.
Bye for now.
100 naira, let's go.